Hey everybody, I'm DeanaCarter, TGIF. Thank God I'm forgiven. Thank God you are forgiven. Did you know that? If you have Jesus Christ in your heart and you're a believer in what He did for us on the cross, then you're forgiven. Isn't that amazing? Today is Friday, July 17th, 2026, and this is our 416th TGI episode. I can't even believe it. And the title of today is Your Now Moment. I don't know if there's anybody out there that is or has ever struggled with the season of life you're in. I know somebody has to have, because I know that I have. I want my life to be a testimony of how faithful God is. Even when we feel like He might not be there, He is always there. It's usually us that's swirling in our mess and taking our eyes off of Him. And that's what makes us struggle and not have the answers and be concerned or lost in the season that we're in, what to do. If we go to His Word and we're faithful in reading it daily and spending some quiet time, just saying our prayers to Him, pouring out your heart to Him, and you need to listen for what He might say to you as well. So it's easy for me to always do all the talking, as I know you can attest here. But it really is important to create the habit, nurture the habit of listening to God first and foremost, especially in your prayer time with regards to your life and your choices and your challenges and things that the hopes in your heart that you hope to happen, and for all the people you love and all that stuff. But also it's good training to speak your piece, lay it all out before the Lord, and then stop talking. Listen to what He has to say. So, it can happen to all of us when we go through these seasons of life that can be a challenge. It doesn't matter what age you are, doesn't matter what your profession is, doesn't matter if you live in the city or the country, doesn't matter if you're male or female, any race or creed, language, age, it does not matter. Your income, rich or poor, it doesn't matter. We all go through that same human experience, and God has given us His Word as a lamp unto our feet and a light to our path to be the truth that we need in this world. We cannot rely on the society to be our truth. We have to go to the source of real truth and not mere opinions of faulty men. We can't rely on our own knowledge. We are nothing without the breath of God in us and the knowledge of God in us and as our foundation. This new decade has really been a challenge for me because aging has just been a trip. Y'all, this life has been such a trip, and I'm so grateful. Every decade has just been incredible. It's like watching your kids grow up. Once they're out of the house and you get to sit and actually take a breath and reflect on yourself growing up in the process, you know how you enjoy them so much, every season of their life, every age, from newborn to baby to toddler to preschool to elementary school to middle school, high school, college, and then they're out in the world doing their thing, and it's a wonderful time. It's a challenging time. It's sort of a new birth in a way, a new identity to become your parents, but also just to look at each season of your life and how precious it is and what you've learned and all the experiences that you've been able to have. Not all of them good all the time, but the growth and just the gift of life and the blessing that it is. This was a big birthday for me this year, and looking in the mirror lately and seeing my skin change and the wrinkles and, oh man, just health stuff come up that you hadn't faced before, new things. And so it has been a challenge, but I have been very proactive, as I always will be, always have been and will be, as healthy as I can be, and trying new things to challenge myself, really to take it to the Lord and read and dedicate that time more faithfully to Him, because I need His guidance every day. So it's really important for me to sit with Him in the mornings. he just comforts me, and he has given me this contentment that is just incredible right where I am. I feel like, through high school and college, you're figuring it out and I was a wild child. I was sowing my oats and, just wanting to tackle the world like young people do. And you got your whole life in front of you, and it's so exciting. You want to do so many things, and that carries through each decade. And as you get into middle age, and as I said, your life is maturing, your parents are maturing, and people you love are passing on, and you are stepping into those roles and those shoes, and it can be a real challenge to handle it well. And so I seek the Lord for all that, but he's given me the grace, and just his words to me right now are contentment. Godliness with contentment is great gain. He gave me that verse. I've read it, my whole life off and on in the Bible, but that has been the theme of this new season for me, this brand new decade, the back half of my life, I guess, and has started, and it's really exciting. And I'm so grateful. He is calming me down. And we'll talk about it in other episodes. Maybe I'll elaborate on it a little bit more, but he's teaching me to take a breath, to look around me, to take in my blessings, all the hard work, to stop striving so much, to tackle the world, to look at what you've built and appreciate it and continue to nurture that. And, it's more about harvesting sort of, and enjoying the fruits of your labor instead of out there just tilling the field, sweat pouring and all that. And he is just telling me to sit and be still and look around and be grateful for his provision. And I am so grateful. I'm so grateful, as a matter of fact, that he's making me want less instead of wanting more, which is a beautiful thing as you age. I promise. You switch really quick from, I want the house and the thing and the car and the, I don't know, whatever it is for you. It's going to be different for everybody. I just want a massive walk-in closet, and I'd love a, view of the Gulf, like on the sand, and all these things that are millions and millions of dollars. Not the most important things when you look at it. And so he's really calmed me down to look at, what do I really need? What can I let go of? So I have a mountain ahead of me, and such an eager, just like a little fire in my heart to go through my stuff. Y'all want anything? Oh my gosh, I have so much stuff. It's unbelievable, in the storage, in the garage, and just, oh my word, I've got so much to get rid of. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, but comment if you have any helpful hints on what to do with all my crap, because I really am gonna lighten my load. That's what he tells us to do. But it's amazing to look at every season that we're in, and I'm so grateful for God's faithfulness, that my wackadoodle sometimes does not faze him. He loves me, and he's so patient and kind and rich in mercy. I'm here to be a testimony to you, a testimonial to God's faithfulness. Hang in there, lean into him, because he loves you so much. And just the peace, really, that comes with that striving subsiding. It's really amazing. I'm excited. I don't want to tackle what I'm facing to get rid of piles of stuff. I really don't, because it's emotional. It can be hard. You don't want to let go. It's, again, all the seasons of your life, it's hard to let go of things, but I'm going to be praying about that so that I can let go of it and just get back to like basics. Have a few extra things and enjoy the fruit of your labor all the years, the sweat equity. You deserve to hang on to a few things, but share and give and think about others, and for your kids and grandkids or whatever, things that are helpful for them you could put away. But I'm going to get rid of some things. Comment if you have some good ideas, if you're an organizer or a minimalist. Hit me up in the comments. I'd love to hear it. All right, we are going to look again today at Worry Less, Pray More by Donna Maltese, my sweet little book from Miss Helen Korn that she gave my mom to give to me. Let's check it out, what it has to say. So this title is Living Carefree, and it focuses on 1 Peter 5, 6, and 7. It says, so be content with who you are, and don't put on airs. God's strong hand is on you. He'll promote you at the right time. Live carefree before God. He is most careful with you. Wow. Don't put on airs. Don't we do that? Man, we filter our lives, literally, figuratively. And it's crazy. It says God's strong hand is on you. He'll promote you at the right time. He's in charge of everything. The Bible talks a lot about not tooting our own horn, not singing our own praises. That should be for others to do and for you to not worry about. Putting on airs because you don't want to be embarrassed by tooting your own horn and then not being able to live up to it, being a bunch of hot air. God doesn't want you worrying about the who, what, when, where, how, and why in your life. He doesn't want you to be unhappy where you are right now in this moment. He wants you to totally trust Him, to know and believe He has a plan for your life, and it's so much better than anything you ever dreamed or imagined. When you're a follower of Jesus, and Ray Comfort said this in the book that he put out, He does have a good plan for your life, but He warns us that following Him is going to be a challenge because the world does not follow the Lord. Even though God's in charge of all creation, the devil is the prince of the air, and he wants to take as many people out and down to hell with him as possible. So it's going to be a struggle. It's going to be a challenge to be a God, Jesus believer, follower. You're going to come up on opposition for sure. The same strong hand of God used to part the waters and lead the Israelites out of Egypt and into the promised land is the same hand that is now upon you. It's the same God. When I think about that, I talked about it last week, when He pulled me through the gigs when I was so sick. Oh my, y'all, you have no idea. I literally was like in a vision of going into the Red Sea and up to my knees and my thighs and my waist and up to my nose, like how can I get through this? And then pretty soon I was coming out the other side. It was so real, and He's so faithful. So that is the same God that all these promises in the Bible, all these experiences, Moses in the 10 Commandments, the burning bush, the physical nature that God can manifest Himself, and the spiritual way. It is the same God that you're reading about. It's not a different God. He is living. Trust God's timing. Live without care before Him by handing all your worries over to Him. You're His precious cargo. He's calling you, loving you, protecting you. Just rest and relax in Him. Man, it is so true. That is how to live carefree for sure. And this is your now moment to do that. This prayer at the end, it says, take my worries, Lord, then hold me until I can feel your peace, love, and strong hand upon me. That is it. Word for the weekend, word for life, right? So I wrote down some additional scripture here. Psalms 18, 30, and 31 says, He and His word are faithful and true, guiding and protecting us. Let's go and look at that. As for God, His way is perfect. The word of the Lord is proven. He is a shield to all who trust in Him. For who is God except for the Lord? And who is a rock except for our God? Psalms 19, 13, and 14. I love this too because this applies to all of us. Who can understand His errors? Cleanse me from secret faults. Keep back your servant from also presumptuous sins. Let them not have dominion over me. Then I shall be blameless, and I shall be innocent of great transgression. Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in your sight, O Lord, my strength and my Redeemer. Wow. If the words of our mouths and the meditation of our hearts was acceptable to the Lord, can you imagine the world we would be living in? So isn't that a motivation to just work on it individually? If everybody even just tried an inch to work on that. The words of my mouth and meditation of my heart. Man, I faltered this past week so bad over a few things. The words of my mouth were not pleasing, and the meditation of my heart, because from the heart the mouth speaks. That's the whole point. What's in your heart's going to come out of your mouth. So I failed at that this week big time. I let my emotions get the best of me, and I had to go and talk to God about it and repent and ask Him to forgive me and work through some things. But it's interesting too, because it says, keep back your servant also from presumptuous sins. That is interesting to me. Maybe that means like acting on your impulses before you really consider the consequences or the outcome. I need to work on that. I heard a lady online, she was saying, be the thermostat, not the thermometer. A thermometer is going to go up and down, up and down. A thermostat is what you set. Set it on auto, 72 degrees. Stay there. Let it kick up a little bit, and then it'll kick, it'll adjust. But it's not going to be like, woo, 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 like going all over the map. It's not going to be as affected. I love that so much. So that godliness with contentment is great game. Let's look at that again. All the seasons of our life. Oh, it's hard to be content when you're young and you want all the things and your goals are out in front of you and your whole life's ahead of you. Like, it's easier in this stage of life to find contentment because you've worked your butt off, you've achieved things, you've plowed a lot of fields. You can look back on what you've done. And so when you're younger on the front end of your life, it's harder to do that. So I encourage you, if you're young, to apply that rule early on and get really good at being content and following God's lead. And that's the beauty of it, y'all. Man, start it, learn it while you're young, because the season that I'm in right now, I should be a contented person. I should really be able to lean into that contentment and want more and more of God. The less time we have left, and we don't know what our days are. We don't know. You could be young or old. It doesn't matter. You should be leaning into God and His ways and His word and following His lead. But especially now in my life, I'm really, really grateful in this now moment for me that I've lived this long, that I feel like I have a great future ahead of me and beautiful days ahead to just settle down and enjoy and appreciate this life. Not to quit, not to give up, throw in the towel or anything, but really, this is my now moment. What are we going to make of it? You're in your now moment. You may be older than me or younger than me, but what are you going to make of it? It's a gift. The old saying, the past is behind, the future is yet to come, but the present is the gift that you're holding right now. So I'm going to enjoy that, be more content, and shed some of this stuff that I've just been clinging to. It'd be a lot straighter path probably if I'd started it a lot younger. So I'm just seeing my life as a whole with all this peace and gratitude, the whole picture. I'm so grateful for the purpose, whatever it may be, that God has had me on this planet for thus far, and for my purpose for the days ahead. And I hope that you'll be that way, that you will embrace your now moment with gratitude and contentment and keep forging ahead. Stay hopeful, stay prayed up, stay positive, and lean into those promises that are in His Word, which means you gotta read it. So I hope that y'all will enjoy your now moment. This is it. All right, y'all. Have a beautiful weekend and know that you are loved, and we'll see you next week. Thanks for being here. See ya. Bye.